There's a moment in everyone's life where they look around and think, why am I not further along by now? You scroll through your feed and see people celebrating wins, promotions, relationships, vacations, launches, milestones, and a part of you whispers, I should be there too. It's one of the most defeating feelings in the world because it makes you believe you're late, like you missed something, like life moved forward without you. But what if you're not behind at all? What if the timing you're living in right now isn't punishment, but preparation? We are so conditioned to measure our progress by everyone else's highlight reels that we forget something critical. Your life has its own timeline, its own rhythm, its own seasons. And just because your season doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean you're losing. It means you're being shaped for something different. The world praises speed, quick results, fast progress, instant achievement. But the truth is, the most meaningful transformations take time. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Alignment takes time. Sometimes you're not moving because life is building something inside you that can't be rushed. Sometimes the silence is structure. Sometimes the pause is preparation. You're not behind, you're being prepared. Prepared for the thing you asked for. Prepared for the person you're becoming. Prepared for opportunities you can't see yet. Prepared for doors that haven't opened because you're not meant to walk through them until you can actually carry the weight of what's on the other side. Most people think they're ready long before they actually are. They confuse desire with preparation. Just because you want it doesn't mean you're equipped for it yet. And that's not a bad thing. That's not failure. That's not delay for delay's sake. That's life saying, hold on, there is more for you to learn before I put you where you want to be. And the most frustrating part, growth in the preparation season doesn't always look like growth. It looks like repetition, like routine, like stillness, like patience, like discipline you're tired of building, like character you're tired of developing, like lessons you're tired of learning. But what you're building in the quiet will support you loudly later. There are skills being sharpened in silence. There are strengths being developed in solitude. There are mindsets being recalibrated in moments you think don't matter. There are emotional muscles being built every time you show up without applause. That's preparation. And preparation is progress even when nobody sees it. Success without preparation is sabotage. You think you want the opportunity right now, but if you received it before you were ready, it would overwhelm you. It would break you. Or worse, it would reveal gaps that you haven't had time to heal yet. Life loves you too much to let you reach a place you aren't prepared to stay. You're not behind, you're being protected. Protected from the wrong relationships, protected from the wrong deals, protected from the wrong opportunities disguised as blessings, protected from the timing that would have crushed you instead of elevated you. Sometimes the disappointment is the blessing. Sometimes the closed door is the rescue. Sometimes the unanswered prayer is the protection you didn't know you needed. But here's the part no one likes. Preparation seasons feel lonely. They feel slow. They feel invisible. They feel like nothing is happening. But that's because preparation builds roots before it builds fruit. A tree grows downward before it ever grows upward. Roots have to deepen before branches can stretch. That's what you're doing right now, building roots, deep ones, strong ones. Roots that will hold everything you're about to grow into. And if you're honest, some of the things you're asking for require a version of you that doesn't exist yet. You're asking for opportunities that require confidence you're still developing. You're asking for success that requires boundaries you're still learning. You're asking for relationships that require healing you're still working through. You're asking for elevation you're not mentally prepared for yet. And that's okay. That's what preparation is for. Every delay has a purpose. Every setback has a lesson. Every slow season has a hidden assignment. Preparation seasons don't come to punish you. They come to position you. They come to clean up what old seasons left behind. They come to close out cycles you outgrew. They come to develop gifts you haven't tapped into yet. They come to align you with what's ahead. You're not late. You're in training, training for resilience, training for consistency, training for self trust, training for discipline, training for clarity, training for strength, training for the version of you who will look back one day and say, that season wasn't easy, but it made me. You're being prepared in ways you can't measure yet. You're being positioned in ways you can't see yet. And one day, when the timing clicks, when the opportunity arrives, when the door opens, when the moment happens, you'll realize that the wait wasn't wasted. The preparation wasn't pointless. The slow season wasn't a setback. It was the foundation you're not behind. You're being aligned. Aligned with purpose, aligned with peace, aligned with the right people, aligned with the right opportunities, aligned with the version of you who won't just reach the mountaintop, but remain there with strength, wisdom, humility, and gratitude. There is no wasted time when you're becoming who you were meant to be. There's something powerful that happens when you stop fighting the timing of your life and start trusting it. That's when the anxiety begins to loosen its grip. That's when the comparison starts to fade. That's when you finally breathe again because you realize you're not late. You're learning, you're growing, you're becoming. And sometimes becoming takes longer than you expected. Everyone wants the breakthrough, but nobody wants the buildup. Everyone wants the moment, but nobody wants the molding. Everyone wants the blessing, but nobody wants the preparation. But the people with the strongest character, the most unshakable confidence, the deepest gratitude, they're the ones who let the preparation season do its work. When life slows you down, it isn't rejecting you. It's refining you. It's polishing your edges. It's strengthening your foundation. It's teaching you patience, awareness, and emotional regulation. It's helping you understand that timing matters just as much as talent. You can be gifted and still not ready. You can be capable and still not prepared. You can be passionate and still not equipped. And that's not failure, that's process. You're not behind, you're being developed. Too often we forget that preparation seasons are necessary seasons. If life handed you everything you wanted right now, it would require emotional maturity, mental clarity, and resilience that you might still be building. Instead of seeing the wait as punishment, see it as life saying, I'm preparing you so that when this comes, you can keep it. Because success without stability doesn't last. Opportunities without wisdom become burdens. Blessings without boundaries become burnout. The thing you want isn't the problem, but getting it too soon could be slow seasons aren't empty seasons. They're formative seasons. This is where you learn to sit with yourself, where you learn to hear your own voice, where you learn to stop outsourcing your worth, where you learn to rebuild your confidence from the inside out, where you learn what you truly want, not what you were conditioned to chase. Preparation seasons reveal the parts of your life that need healing, not hiding. They force you to confront the habits, wounds, patterns, and beliefs that would sabotage your future if you carried them into your next season untouched. No one talks about this part. No one posts this part. No one celebrates this part. But this is the real work. This is the heart work. This is the part that shapes you into someone who isn't just successful, but whole, grounded, aligned, and capable of sustaining the life you're building. You're not behind, you're being recalibrated. Think about your phone. When it updates, it shuts down for a moment. Everything goes dark. You can't use it, you can't rush it, you can't skip the process. But that update installs new systems, new strengths, new capabilities you didn't have before. And if you interrupt the update, the system becomes unstable. You're going through an update. Life has you paused because something in you needed upgrading. Your belief system, your self worth, your discipline, your focus, your identity, your boundaries, your emotional maturity, your trust in yourself. This isn't a setback, it's a system update. And you know what else? You're not missing your chance, you're not missing your moment. If something is meant for you, you will not miss it, even if it arrives later than you expected. Missed timing doesn't exist when alignment is involved. You're not behind, you're being aligned with the right people who can help you grow, not drain you, aligned with the right opportunities that match your purpose, not distract you, aligned with the version of you who knows their worth, not the version who doubted everything. Preparation seasons often feel like isolation, but isolation is where clarity is born. It's where distractions fall away. It's where the noise gets quiet enough for you to hear the truth. You are more capable than you think. You're stronger than you realize. You're closer than it feels. Sometimes the silence isn't emptiness, it's emphasis. Life is highlighting something you need to see before you move forward. Maybe it's a mindset you need to break. Maybe it's a pattern you need to unlearn. Maybe it's a relationship you need to release. Maybe it's a fear you need to face. Maybe it's courage you need to build. Whatever it is, preparation is giving you the space to do it. People don't get stronger by avoiding resistance. They get stronger by working through it. The same is true emotionally and spiritually. The weight you're carrying right now is not meant to crush you. It's meant to build you. You're not behind. You're in the middle of a transformation. Transformation rarely feels glamorous. It feels confusing. It feels slow. It feels lonely. It feels like you're shedding old layers without fully stepping into the new ones. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. You're being redefined. You're being shaped into the version of you who can handle what you've been asking for. We mistake delay for denial, but delay is often delivery, just on a timeline that builds capacity, not frustration. Think about a bow and arrow. Before the arrow launches forward, the bow has to be pulled backward. The farther back it's pulled, the farther forward it goes. That backward pull isn't failure, it's force. It's building momentum. Your life is pulling you back right now because it's setting you up for distance. You're being stretched so you can go farther than you thought possible. You're being tensioned so you can hit a target you couldn't reach before you're not behind. You're being stretched for something bigger. The frustration you feel is not a sign that you're stuck. It's a sign that you're in the gap between who you were and who you're becoming. And the gap always feels uncomfortable. But the gap is necessary because the gap is growth. You're learning patience. You're learning resilience. You're learning trust. You're learning identity. You're learning alignment. This isn't wasted time. This is preparation time. And preparation time is sacred because when the moment arrives, when the opportunity opens, when the timing aligns, when the right door swings wide, you will walk through it with confidence, not confusion, with clarity, not fear, with strength, not insecurity. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are being shaped. You are being strengthened. You are being aligned. And your moment is coming. There comes a powerful moment in every preparation season where something inside you begins to shift. Not because your circumstances suddenly change, but because you do. You start to realize that the weight didn't weaken you, it strengthened you. The silence didn't suffocate you, it sharpened you. The slow season didn't stop you, it shaped you into someone wiser, steadier, and far more aligned than the person who entered it. You begin to understand that being prepared sometimes feels exactly like being behind, because preparation seasons mimic the same symptoms: quiet days, slow movement, uncertainty, fatigue, doubt, impatience. But the difference lies beneath the surface. Behind means stuck, prepared means building, behind means forgotten. Prepared means protected. Behind means delayed. Prepared means developed. You're not behind. You're in the middle of becoming. Most people only recognize preparation in hindsight. They look back and think, oh, now it makes sense. Now I understand why that door closed. Now I see why that relationship ended. Now I get why that opportunity didn't work out. Now I know why I needed more time. But while you're in it, preparation feels like pressure. It feels like waiting. It feels like the universe hit pause right when you wanted to hit play. And it takes maturity, deep emotional maturity, to sit in that pause without losing heart. You are developing that maturity right now. You're learning not to rush what isn't meant for you. You're learning not to fight for what no longer fits you. You're learning not to beg for rooms you've outgrown. You're learning not to force connections that can't carry your future. That is preparation. Preparation isn't glamorous. It's internal. It's invisible. It happens in private long before anything happens in public. It's you confronting the parts of yourself that would have ruined the blessings you're asking for. It's you recognizing that the next level of your life requires the next level of you. And that version is being formed in real time. You're not behind it, you're being leveled up. Think about how a diamond is formed. It's buried, it's crushed, it's pressured, it's heated, it's kept in the dark, and yet somehow, through all of that, it emerges unbreakable, stronger, more brilliant, more valuable. Not because it avoided pressure, but because it survived it. Your preparation season is not punishing you, as it's preparing you for brilliance. It's increasing your capacity, it's deepening your character, it's sharpening your intuition, it's teaching you discernment. It's helping you recognize which doors are worth walking through and which ones are worth letting close. Behind asks, why isn't it happening yet? Prepared asks, what is this shaping in me? Behind rushes, prepared listens. Behind fears time, prepared trusts timing. There's a huge difference between those two perspectives, and you are stepping into the one that empowers you instead of the one that drains you. You are not behind. You're becoming aligned with the life that was meant for you. And here's what people don't realize. Sometimes the preparation season is the hardest season because it feels like you're doing everything right with seemingly nothing to show for it. You're trying, you're working, You're healing, you're showing up, you're giving your all. But results feel slow or delayed or invisible, but results aren't the only indicator of progress. Sometimes the progress is your patience, sometimes it's your perspective, sometimes it's the way you speak to yourself, sometimes it's your consistency, sometimes it's the courage to keep going when nothing is encouraging you back. That is progress. That is growth. That is preparation at its finest. Preparation seasons strengthen the quiet parts of you, the parts people don't clap for but absolutely depend on. Your discipline, your self trust, your resilience, your clarity, your internal stability, your emotional intelligence, your ability to walk alone without collapsing. These are the muscles that success will require later, and they're being built now. When your moment comes, and it will, your preparation will speak for you. It will show up in your confidence, in your posture, in your decisions, in your boundaries, in your voice, in the way you carry yourself. The world will think you rose suddenly, but you'll know the truth. You rose slowly, quietly, privately, intentionally. You're not behind, you're being positioned. Positioned for opportunities that match your character, not just your ambition. Positioned for people who match your heart, not just your habits. Positioned for experiences that match your growth, not your insecurities. Positioned for blessings that won't break you because now you've built the capacity to handle them. Everything you thought was holding you back was actually holding you together until the timing was right. Everything you thought was against you was actually shaping what's ahead of you. Everything that felt delayed was actually being aligned with precision. The timing of your life is not random. It is intentionally delayed in some places and accelerated in others so that everything aligns when you're finally ready, not just ready mentally, not just ready emotionally, but ready in every way that matters. You're not behind. You're on time for the life that's meant for you. And here's the final truth of this season: you haven't missed anything, you haven't failed anything, you haven't fallen behind. Life doesn't penalize you for taking longer, it prepares you. What's meant for you will not pass you. What's aligned for you will not lose you. What's destined for you will not require you to rush, panic, or force anything. Preparation may feel slow, but purpose is never late. So breathe, trust your growth, honor your pace, recognize your progress, and keep walking your path, because when the timing clicks and when everything finally aligns, you'll step into your next season with a strength you didn't know you were building, a confidence you didn't know you were shaping, and a peace you didn't know was possible. And you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because you'll finally understand you were never behind, you were being prepared.